Yes, indeed. It is called Lothric, where the transitory lands of the Lords of Cinder converge. In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades, and the lords go without thrones. When the link of fire is threatened, the bell tolls, unearthing the old lords of Cinder from their graves. Aldrich, saint of the deep, Farron's undead legion, the Abyss Watchers. And the reclusive lord of the profaned capital. Yon the giant. Only in truth, the lords will abandon their thrones. And the unkindled will rise. Nameless, accursed undead, unfit even to be Cinder. And so it is that ash seeketh embers.
Alrighty, that was some fucked up shit already. Alright, so this is gonna be a lore-based playthrough. I have played through the game several times now. What do I want to start with? We'll get some gold coins for lore reasons. Shit. I guess there's some lore to be had here from this screen. A commoner, nothing special. It's been long whispered just Northern was born and we okay, nothing. Reminder of Astora's former glory, meaning, you know, it's in the past. No surprise. Often ribbed for looking like apprenticed. Yeah, okay. She used as something of a derogatory term for men of the cloth. Men of the cloth. Katarina. Okay. Some praise it as the visage of a true dragon, serpentine traveler. Yeah. Face. Perhaps merely ugly. Malcontents swarmed to the Great Swamp, okay. That of a hollow, Londor is the realm of those hollow and old. That's kind of pretty lore heavy. The features of the old gods as if from legend. Well, there again. Children born like this are fated to be taken to the Boreal Valley. I don't really care what he looks like. We'll just look away from the screen for a moment and do a little bit of whatever that was. Looks like a Sigurd. Oh god, I just wanna randomize. No favorite. Oh, there it is. Let's go with similar face. Whatever. I don't give a shit. And another little cutscene right quick like. Alright, so straight off the top, we heard the Bell of Awakening. Awaken us from our grave, and we heard from the previous cutscene that the bell tolls and awakens the Lords of Cinder, which they then abandon their thrones. Or they not abandon, well, they just decide they're not going to that shit. Which brings us, the Unkindled Ash. Now, who we were in a previous lifetime, we were a knight, obviously from Katarina, just because that's what we chose, but this is our grave right here. Or this is our coffin. This is what I take it to mean. This is where we're all starting from. Every player underneath this tree. And we should be able to see, yeah, right up there, Lothar Castle, and if we take that side path, we'll see the back way from the Oceros boss fight. Okay, so this is, you know, a shitload of untended graves. Well, not untended. Later on, it's the untended graves. These are just a buttload of graves down here. And the tutorial area. I'm not gonna read a lot of these stuff. I've been through this game several times now. These are, I'm gonna assume they're still called grave wardens. They may not be. It may just be the two-handed guys you meet when you come back here later. So a deserted corpse, but and I will be playing around with the camera a lot. No binoculars. Shit. It's not even worth talking about that. You can't even see up there yet. Anyway, you come back here later in the game. Spoilers. And it's different. It's a different time altogether, or a different look. Oh, it's already dropping stuff. Fading Soul. Okay, so they're Fading Souls. They will drop Claret Sacred Chime, or at least they have for me before. While I'm even killing a lot of these guys, just out of pure habit that I'm actually going through here. What we should do, however, is roll through the inventory right quick like. Alright, so what do we have on us? We have the Estus Flask, which the undead treasure these, restores HP. The journey of an undead is always traced to bonfires, and no journey of import has ever been made without an Estus Flask. I added ever, just for no reason. This one we just picked up. Treasure these dull ashen flasks. Filled with Estus drink to restore FP. Quite befitting of an unkindled. An ashen Estus flask turns a bonfire's heat cold. Why would you want to turn it cold? I don't know. We chose this as our starting gift. It surely has no currency. Gives us a boost item discovery. The picture on the coin is that of an angel. It also could be like a dark lurker looking fella. A rich man lost his fortune, but returned to him twofold. He was swift to squander his retrieved fortune, smugly confident that it was bound to double once again. Yes, but that's something we started with. This will always be here. Dark sign is the sign of a cursed undead. The dark sign returns its bearer to the last bonfire rested at, or the bonfire at Firelink Shrine, but at the cost of all souls held. Carriers of the dark sign are reborn after death, and eventually lose their minds, turning hollow. And so it is, they are driven from their homelands. Now, that's interesting because you don't initially hollow in this game, but it does specifically reference it here. Eventually lose their minds, turning hollow. So Yol will come in important later. These are just souls without owners, sovereignless souls, fading souls. Transform the sovereignless soul into a source of strength. For to be unkindled is to be a vessel for souls. We're just carrying around a bunch of souls. That's what unkindled do. A charm of farewell granted to banished undead. This crystal sends phantoms back to their homes, or you back to yours. Beware of fickle use of this item if you intend to nurture relations. It's a online use item to get out of a situation you don't want to be in. Restore the connection to other worlds. Those who engage in unjust deeds when in contact with other worlds will lose their connection to them. Way of White Circlets assume such sin as their own, but are fond... Shit, I can't read today. Way of White Circlets assume such sin as their own, but are found few and far between. Acting without honor will never be without risk. I don't know what this item does, honestly. I've never even tried to use it. Restore the connection to other worlds. Maybe if someone uses this, you can then re-invade them? Or maybe if somebody DCs on you? I don't know. I never tried it. Just a common sword. Nothing specifically fancy about this. Low-ranking knight. So we were a low-ranking knight. Helm of a lowly knight fashioned from solid iron. Heftier side, yeah. So, not a whole lot of information about who we are, or where we are yet. We know that we are unkindled ash, meaning we did not link the fire in a previous lifetime. We were failures. Or so it would seem. Get off me. I'm not sure the lore behind these grave wardens off the top of my head, and that's fine. That's something we'll run into. I'm mainly doing this from what I know about the game, and to kind of raise like questions about stuff that I don't know. That's bullshit. Get off me. Well, I haven't died to that dude in several playthroughs. Alright. Time to get real. Time to get... I'm not even sure where it... Should start you back at your grave? Interesting. Interesting. Whee! Well. If you just want it that bad, I guess we'll give it. I give it, I got it. I gotta give it. Hello. Goodbye. You will see me not use a shield pretty much ever. After my first playthrough, I mean, the first half of my playthrough, we'll say, up till about Pond of Sullivan, whatever I don't know how you pronounce the names in this game. I used the shield religiously, just walking around, just ooh, get hit, swing, get hit, swing. And I kind of built as if I was playing Dark Souls 1 first time, like just a beginner. Son of a bitch, I can't talk and play. Just a beginner build. Damn, this fool. I may have to just not talk during this, dude. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. But yeah, I just built a beginner build. I put enough faith to get heal aid. Hang on. great sword for the majority of the time. Just because, in my opinion, if I've got to roll around several times to hit something, like a boss, I want it to do some damage. I've found in my cautious play style of previous games that just using straight swords was literally I could not beat the tougher bosses like ONS with just a plain straight sword because it just did not do the damage. You know, you'd only get one swing off before the assholes would kill you. And that's another thing there. I'm pretty sure I blasted all my Estus before. It just gave me a freebie back. But yeah, so in this play, I'm going to rebuild similar to that, and except that I will not be using a shield. The only shield you'll see me use is the Grass Crest shield, and that's purely for the stamina regen. May not even do that if I build. Damn it! I keep feeling like a binocular view up there. That's yeah, Firelink Shrine and the Bell Tower. And can you actually see the path? Yeah. So you can see the unlockable tower, and you can run across and go up. Okay, cool. Sorry about the rambling. Do I even need to kill all? I guess I do. I guess I'll do all the... I hadn't decided whether I was just gonna run through to the important bits or just kill everything. But I guess I might as well do the whole game and do everything that I know about. We'll take this path. No speedrun strats here. The old Udex Gundir. We get these, we got fire bombs down here, or Homeward Bones, one of the two, I don't know. Fire bombs. This could be useful. I will not be using them. Unless I'm just terrible. I don't remember if I died to this guy the first time or not. I believe I did not. But the second phase is still confusing as hell. The movements that it has. I'm wondering about the lore of later in the game. Later in the game, you'll see, well, not later, not much later, but it's very close. You'll see undead turning into trees, and I'll be sure and stop to look at that. This makes me think that whatever was in that coffin may or may not be Udex transformed into this. Come to think about it, we were parked right underneath a tree too, though. Food for thought. That's the kind of thing I want to talk about in this playthrough. Is questions, man. I have a lot of questions about this game still. After thinking a lot about it. Beautiful views. And I did turn down the graphics quality that I originally played in, just because I wanted the recording to come out at least. Wow, there was some lag. At least somewhat decent. So, because recording with high graphics and trying to do 1080p, it was literally the most choppiest video I've ever seen. So we're lowered down to 720, and we're on medium graphics settings. This guy, by the way, much harder later on in the game. When he gets that karate kick, man, that karate kick is one of the most annoying. Did I even take damage? But the karate kick is one of the most annoying fucking. Oh my god, that dude wrecked me so hardcore. All right, let's stop for a second and do some lore. Let's check the fire bombs. bisque urn filled with black powder explodes, inflicting fire damage. Fire damage, which differs from physical damage, is highly effective against creatures of flesh, beasts, and other foes that might naturally have cause to fear the flame. Now that raises questions because I should have stopped to take a look at that thing. Those things to me that pop out, the black shits that come out of Udex and various other hollows or undead or whatever, resemble dragons to me. It's like they're trying to turn into dragons, and in fact later in Lothar Castle you'll see two dragons with those things coming out of their hands. And interesting to me, at least, that we found some there, which is on one hand just saying, hey, use these fire bombs against that asshole because he hates fire, but then other foes that might naturally have cause to fear the flame, not cause to fear fire bombs, but cause to fear the flame. I guess if the linking of the flame happens, those abyss, I guess, looking dragon deals have no reason to exist, or maybe they go extinct, or you know. So I'm just rambling. Lol rambles. Really no need to rest for that 10 HP there. What else did we pick up? Oh yeah, Titanite shards. Shards of the fragments of the legendary slabs, which is used to get weapons up to +10. Reinforces soul transpose weapons to +4. Weapons forged by soul transposition can only be reinforced by Titanite of the same kind. In rare cases, crystal lizards devour souls, growing to monstrous proportion and leaving these great scales. There seems to be a summon signature on the scale of this creature, and soul transposition can only be reinstated by Titanite of the same kind. Titanited boss souls? I guess. Maybe them lizards are eating bosses. How many lizards are there? There's one there. There's two there later. There's three. We'll have to count them as we go. This to me, for some reason, I really have to go get the binoculars. It's gonna bug me all game. Broken straight sword. This could mean nothing. Could mean nothing at all. Oh, we didn't read the coiled sword. Sword missing from the shrine bonfire. Missing from the shrine bonfire. So it was taken. Cannot be equipped as a weapon. Thrust into the shrine to restore its power and enable travel between bonfires. To restore its power. This sword is only bequeathed to chosen Ash, as judged by the Udex, who awaits the arrival of Ash as a scabbard. This sword is only bequeathed to chosen Ash, as judged by the Udex. So, as judged by the Udex, if we get rid of, this sword is only bequeathed to chosen Ash, who awaits the arrival of Ash as a scabbard. Is the Udex awaiting the arrival of Ash as a scabbard, or is the sword awaits the arrival of Ash as a scabbard? That could just mean thrust it into the Ash to, you'll know. Let's go over here and kill this dickwads. Shield bros. Roll, bro. Nice stored rolls. So they can drop the priest sacred chime from Dark Souls 2. Let's read that. Bone fragment reduced to white ash. Return to the last bonfire for use for resting, or to the shrine bonfire. Bonfires are sustained by the bones of the undead. In rare cases, their previous owners' strong urge to seek bonfires enchants their bones with a homeward I feel like I'm in like 2nd grade, and the teacher's like, Susan, would you like to read the next passage? Tomorrow is Wednesday, Susan. Wednesday. The day after is Thursday, Susan. Thursday. My name's not Susan, by the way. Johnny Cash. Dead ass. Oh. Man, if you're getting hit by these dudes, that's just embarrassing. Dead. There we have Hodrick. Is it Hodrick's gravestone? Or is he just happened to show up? What the fuck is that lag? I'm offline, by the way. Experiencing lag. That could just be OBS. The recording. You anticipate, son of a bitch. Ember. No one can ever truly claim the embers that burn within a champion's bosom, which is precisely what makes their yearning for warmth so keen. Gain the strength of flame and increase match HP until death. With the strength of fire, the summoning signs of unkindled, oh my god, become visible, and seekers of embers can be summoned to join in cooperation. But beware, the embers may attract invaders. Faux show. And if you use that ember with some fingers, some crunchety old dried fingers, becomes even worse. Alright, so some quick things before we stop this episode. What can we do real quick? I guess we'll skip the chit chat with these fellas for a second, and we'll just go grab a couple items that happen to be up here before that boss fog decides to roll in. And here you see a Dark Souls 2 giant that is also turned into a tree. Exactly how it was in Dark Souls 2. We've got some more souls. You can see a ladder up here to go to the next part, and this just conveniently placed tree that just happens to be there for fools to try and jump up on the roof. Oh my god. There we go. More homeward bones. We're gonna bypass the little Shard area for a second. We're gonna go over here and ignore, or probably more likely annoy, Zoid Master Saber here. Hey, dude. Hey, we're safe from him, though. We're gonna kill this asshole crystal lizard before it devours any souls and becomes gigantic. And then we can go get our ring and our Shard. He's still down there mad as fuck. I probably will not fight him for a little bit. Just because he is such a dick when you're low level. Here we have the crows. We'll get to them. We need to read the Shard, but let's go ahead and give him some pump rum and some pickle pea. That we can. That's about it. Yeah. Thank you kindly. Alright, now we'll roll on down and try not to die here. So we can look at a few pieces of gear. Actually, we'll pick this up next time.